My wife changed after marriage, after we got married. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. Oh my God. I've been hearing that since I was 13 years old. I mean, that is not new. If you hadn't heard about this phenomena, where have you been? So I could make this video very short. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And so I have the right to make it short by telling you, oh yeah, well, you've changed too, but I'm not going to do that. Let's get into this a little bit. Let's take a look at why she has changed. Let's understand this. So the biggest reason she changed, because I'm not arguing with you at all, and I'm not retracting that you changed too, but her changes are more dramatic. She's a woman. And women, by gender design, it affects their psychology in a very different way than a man's psychology is affected. So where you have changed by toning down your passion towards her, probably, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but probably, a woman, because of her motivation for getting married, her biological motivation, once she achieves marriage, and I don't condone this, by the way, her shift is very perceptible. So a man gets married subconsciously, and I'm telling you way subconsciously, and don't look at Western psychology for this because they have no idea what they're talking about. A man gets married because he's not so equipped to experience unconditional love and recognizes that women are. Women, because they bear children, are biologically designed to express unconditional love in the form of compassion, protection, caretaking, and all of that. It's a design function, where a man is biologically designed to protect, to defend. So his shortcuts are to the mind, to his intensity, his anger, his ability to fight, to do battle. Where a woman is shortcutted differently, to be compassionate, loving, etc. So she needs a man. We're talking biology now, okay? We're not talking about politically. She needs a man. Those biological, instinctive connections don't go away. They just become more sophisticated. So in her mind, without her knowing, she needs a man to defend and protect so she could nurture and take care of her children, her offspring. They're not your offspring, they're her offspring, biologically speaking. And so psychologically speaking. Now we're more sophisticated than that, obviously, but this is the biology. So once she has achieved this goal that she's pushed into biologically, well, she doesn't need to wine and dine you anymore. She got it. And that's why there's this whole thing about the greatest moment in a woman's life is when she says, I do at her wedding, which is ridiculous. Because the point of getting married should be to have an ever increasingly happier marriage, life. The promises of marriage, for those of us who know what we're talking about, are to be happier every day than we were the day before, and to experience unconditional love in ever increasing stages. That's it. So her changes are a function of her biology. Your changes are much more subtle. You were already clear about what you thought you wanted, but you didn't know really what you wanted because it's subconscious. You didn't know what you really wanted wasn't just to have a woman around, but to have that connection to her heart. It's true. So the solution is to forget about the changes and start your marriage on a different level. Just restart it. Now, to do that, obviously, you need to learn. We don't learn this stuff growing up, as you could tell just by what you've learned. You definitely should subscribe to this channel, but you should go deeper. Get one of my books, because it lays it out, and it's set up with these two goals in mind, and they should be expectations. You should have ever-increasing happiness and ever-expanding love, and these expectations should be real by making them goals that you have to do something to achieve. Is this making sense to you? If not, you've come to the wrong place, because I deal very logically with this stuff. This should be like, now that I say it, should be like, duh. So that's what's going on. All right, that's it for now. I get going, I know. So like this, leave a comment if you want, and definitely get one of the books. It'll help you a great deal, I promise you that. All right, God bless.